as that guy. Okay, what's up everybody? You got Rick here with episode 3 of Rick's Tidbits. You know it. So today what we're gonna go over is tempo and control and everything not to do on some very common lifts. So the bent over row, the way I like to do it is it starts with how you're here, okay? So I put my foot and I get it wide so that I get a good base going here. My center line is gonna be off the bench. It's gonna force me to engage my core. I'm not sitting back on my leg like this, okay? I have equal amounts of weight coming to that back leg as I do holding onto that bench here. Again, it engages the core. It's just a better lift. So you're here, your shoulders actually dipped a little bit, right? And then what I do is I come to a straight back and continue the lift. Boom. Shoulder dips a tad. Boom. Now when I'm coming up, I make sure to stick my chest out, right? Really engages my lat. Good old bench press, okay? Real simple lift. You always want to make sure you can do the weight you can do. And a lot of those lifts, you see people do that because they put way too much weight on there. There's also different kinds of tempos, right? You got your 4-2-1, you got your 2-0-2, you've got ballistic, everything like that. We'll explain those later on. If you have questions about those things, don't hesitate to ask in the comments section. So right now, I'm going to do a 4-2-1 and I'm going to do controlled tempo. So ideally, you want your hands to be outside your chest, outside your shoulders. Good marker is going to be these bare spots on the bench. The closer in you are, the more power you're going to have. So when you're here, you're going to be a little bit stronger. When you're out here, you're going to stretch the chest out a little more. So do less weight here. You can do a little more weight here. It's going to be up to you, right? I'll just go mid. This is my favorite one right here. You want to be about eye level to the bar right here when you don't have a spotter. That way you're not straining your shoulders, getting the lift off, right? So then just tighten up the core. My feet are flat on the ground. Breathe, lift, right? So feet are tight to the ground, core's engaged, glutes are tight, and all I'm gonna do is come down, 2, 3, 4, touch the chest, come up, down, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. Did you see that? Whew, whew. This is definitely one of the exercises that you can jack yourself up on the most, right? You want to stay controlled. You want to keep that core engaged. You want to do it right. So the two biggest mistakes I see that other guy was doing, right, is some people bent way too far forward, just like so. That's going to come down to movement, okay? You're not ready for that kind of squat yet. You need to make sure you're stretching some of your posterior chain out, making sure your muscles are firing off the right way, so on and so forth. We'll have episodes about all that coming soon. So when you squat, the first thing that happens is you come forward, stay away from it. Flat out, flat and simple. The other one is that ego lift. You'll see that dude putting on a bunch of plates and they're like ready to rock and roll and they like come down like 2 or 3 inches. You don't want to be that guy, okay? Proper lift, you get under the bar, make sure you're centered, okay? Stay on that back shelf right across your traps and back of your shoulders. You're gonna step back so your feet can be in several different positions, okay? They can be right up under your hips, just like so. They can be wider and your feet turned out. It's okay. Either one is all right. All you're doing is engaging slightly different muscles and slightly different variations, okay? I'm gonna go here right under my hips. Super simple, chest out, head up. All I'm gonna do is gonna bring it back, Boom, 90 degrees, back up. Yes, you can go further than 90 degrees. It's okay. Right? You're just getting a deeper squat. Everything's gonna be fine. But make sure you can do the weight. Get your ego out of it. So now let me show you how to do these things with control and with tempo. So again, in a lot of the other lifts that other guy was doing, it's just gonna be too much weight. They're not able to do the proper form, so on and so forth, right? So what you wanna do, stand up tall, chest out, shoulders back, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up nice and steady, no swinging, no momentum. You see me curling my wrist there. That's one variation that you can do, just like so, right? Chest out, shoulders back. The other one's gonna be a hammer curl, where you just come up, straight up and down. So when using a bar to do curls, okay, again, chest out, shoulders back. Your elbows, you don't want them flared out like so, right? You want them tucked in, and all you're gonna do is just come up, okay? If at the end of your lift, you're way up here, you're doing it wrong, okay? If you really wanna get that bicep, it's just moving that elbow, boom, just like so. You also don't wanna use your hips to swing, right? You wanna avoid that. Core tight, nice solid motion, elbows tight, coming up, boom. You can also do a reverse curl, which is a very good lift, okay? Again, elbows in, coming up, just like so. So what did we learn today? We learned about control, okay? You don't want to get funky. Most of the time when you're getting crazy on your lifts, it's going to be due to inexperience and just lifting by ego, right? Using too much weight. Tempo can be used for several different things. Like I said, if you have a question about it, drop it in the comments. We'll get it answered. Nice, easy motions. The other ones are going to be due to movement disorders because your muscles aren't firing off the correct way. If that's the case, then you're going to want to go ahead and do an overhead squat assessment. Any NASM certified coach should be able to get that done for you. And that's my drop of sweat in the bucket of life.